Welcome back. In this installment, I'm going to be going through a little bit about my search for my next boat, a couple of things I've done, and a couple of options that I have. So let's get into it, and I'll show you what I'm considering here. In addition to searching various websites, I've also put up a couple of want ads just in case someone runs across them who has something. Specifically, you can see a Hunter 15 I think would be ideal based on the design and the trailer ability and all of that. I did find one in the price range that I have in the listing, but just thought I'd see if I could get anyone bite on those. Otherwise, you can see the one at the bottom there kind of covers a span. So it might not be a bad idea if you're looking and interested in finding something where you at least know some parameters to go ahead and put those in there. And at this point, I've decided that is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something maybe under 17 feet. I say dinghy because that covers things like the Sunfish, the Laser, the Catalina 14.2, and a number of others. So something to think about if you're going to be searching Craigslist for boats. You could also put up a want ad and maybe have someone reach out. And I've actually been lucky about that, and I'll go into that here in just a minute. Here is one that I found on Craigslist in my local area, and as soon as I saw it, I reached out to them. It had already been up close to a couple weeks. I didn't hear back the first day. I emailed over the next several days. I'd follow up kind of on a daily basis. I tried from different email accounts. For some reason, they weren't responding back, although they had been in to update it because the post, even though it says posted 20 days ago, there was a notice that they had updated it recently. Nothing really changed in it. They may have just pushed it back to top. Then I finally got a response, and it said, yes, still have the boat. So I followed up, no response. And then heard back a couple days later, sold. I guess it just wasn't meant to be. I started looking at these, right? This is the 146, and this is one where they did a plastic top and a fiberglass bottom. And apparently the plastic top is prone to cracking. There's, a lot that people said kind of about this boat in various forums where they're trying to deal with that, and I know that would have been an issue, but to be honest, this price was definitely a price I would have been willing to pay had this boat been in decent condition. Just to get out on the water and sail around and all that, a couple of summers, and then maybe to put some work into it to recondition it or something. This one wasn't meant to be. But I am fond of kind of this Hunter 14 to 15. It's the Marlowe Hunter 15 now. And then also the 17. They seem like pretty cool little boats, just for day sailing, just to get out on the lake, out on the water, and have some fun. I like the sugar scoop design, right? The little swim platform in the back. I mean, to me, that's cool, especially to not only go out and sail, but also to find a spot, drop anchor, pretty much hang out, enjoy the lake, and, spend, hours out on the water. Regardless, this one wasn't meant to be. One of the boats that has come to my attention from the want ad is this Bauer 10. As you can see, it comes with the boat, trailer, and sail. It's the Gunter rig. 13-inch wheels are relatively new. And we'll get a closer look at the rub rail for anyone who can assess things quickly. You'll see that starts at the bow, but then kind of stops about a third way back. As for the trailer, I'd secure some of the wiring with zip ties, but I'm told everything works. This boat has been repainted, by the way. was this color to begin with, but just due to some banging into a dock, and some sun fading, I guess, that has been repainted. Here you can see a little closer where the rub rail is screwed into the back near where the rudder is mounted, and then goes around that side and then stops. Inside's clean. And then here's the sail. Little places that can be tidied up, but generally everything's in good condition. And here's another boat someone has reached out to me about. This is an early 80s West White Potter 15. I'm sure some of you recognize that upon seeing it. Right away you can see this one needs a little cleaning up. Needs to have the hull buffed. My understanding is that there's no problems with it other than the general cleanliness. And obviously you can see the trailer has some areas of rust, but nothing that can't be addressed. Got the motor mount there on the back. And to note, this one has an interesting way of holding the mast. A lot of them that I've seen have an extension that mounts where the rudder goes and up, and the mast rests there. This one has this teepee type device, and it looks like it's secured with lines to the boat. Here you can see a little more of an idea of things that need to be cleaned up, buffed out. And in this case, the original stickers have started flaking and peeling off, and I'd want to have those back to where it looked good. And this has the wooden rudder. I noticed while looking online there's some composite rudders available, but this one has the original. And the blue and white's a nice sail design. Original, I'm guessing one of the numbers has come off, but you can see the original Potter logo in the top blue stripe. And then here's the head sail, jib. Looks like it's in good shape. And then here's the only photo of the interior that I have. Some old classic cushions. A little hammock type thing strung inside. And it was mentioned to me that this would take a good cleaning. The inside as well, So these are the two boats that I'm considering. This one here is actually about 2.5 hours from me. The Bauer 10 sailing dinghy seems like something that I would love for the future and be fun to sail around in on days when it's ideal to do so. But this West White Potter here, don't see a lot of these, and I guess there'd be satisfaction in kind of bringing this one back up to kind of top condition. So I'll be considering these and others, and we'll update you on what I decide. And just checking out a couple photos from the company websites. These obviously are not going to be the full resolution that will look the best, but they'll give you an idea of what these boats look like on the water. So here's the Bauer 10. And the West White Potter 15. You can tell the port windows in this one are the newer style. Here's an idea of what it looks like being towed behind a Mini Cooper. Pretty dramatic shot there. And beaching the Potter 15. questions, feel free to let me know. I'll do my best to answer. If you are interested in seeing more, I look forward to seeing you back next time.